What is going on, guys? Today we got an X&Y Wi-Fi battle for you against Cesar, and I'm bringing a mono flying type team for this battle. Not really any official mono type battle, it's just a very casual team, but I wanted to bring a mono type team just to kind of test it out. So we're challenging Cesar. Cesar is lucky enough to, or I'm lucky enough to be able to practice with my flying type team. So one look at his team, I currently see that he might have potentially sticky webs on that Galvantula and the stealth rocks on that Aggron, or even toxic spikes on that Drapion. So gotta watch out for that. Not to mention, actually, Swampert can learn stealth rocks too. Yeah, now I think about it. So he has like 4 things that can potentially lead with hazard. So, but luckily, of course, I do have defog on my team because I am a mono type team. So I got that Mandibuzz and that Crobat that can use defog. So still gotta watch out for those rocks, but sticky webs should not be a problem with my team. So he's gonna lead off with the Galvantula, and I let off with my Landorus because I want to set up rocks ASAP, but it works out alright on my part. He's gonna be able to set up sticky webs, but I mean, that really does not matter. My whole team is, freaking flying, and Cesar should have really noticed that. So I went for the Stone Edge just to break his sash, and not to mention it's super effective. And turns out this Galvantula does not have sash, but I guess it didn't really need it since it does outspeed the Landorus. So out comes the Swampert, expecting a water type, so of course I outspeed it, so naturally go for a U-turn, why not, do some damage. Even though I did set up stealth rocks, I'm able to use my Landorus again. Landorus is way too good, so I'm gonna send out my Gyarados, drop his attack, and not to mention eat up any water attack. So he's gonna go for the Avalanche, which makes sense since it does 4 times to my Landorus. And it does neutral to my Gyarados, but yeah, that actually does nothing. Even after that crit, so that's pretty sweet. So I'm gonna go for the Scald in case he wants to, stay in. But he decides to switch out, which is fine, honestly, because the Scald will be pretty nice. Turns out he's gonna go straight into that Gyarados. Really risky play on my opponent's part, because if I was a fully invested, attacking Gyarados, I'm pretty sure this Charizard would not appreciate a waterfall. So he goes for the Mega Evolution as expected. I know he's gonna go for Solar Beams. That is why I decided not to go for the Mega Evolution just yet. So I'm able to take a Solar Beam. So he does get that Solar Beam up, and naturally it is in the sun, so it's gonna hit me up in 1 turn. And I take it alright since it's not stab. I'm gonna go for a Skull just to see how much I can do again. Obviously I can't kill, and I don't want to take another Solar Beam just yet, so I'm gonna switch out, and I'm gonna go into my Crobat expecting a Solar Beam, but he takes this opportunity to go for a Roost, so pretty smart of him, honestly. Most Charizards do carry Roost, so I should really seen that coming. I went for a Braver because I thought, hey, why the fuck not, Nothing in my team really wants to appreciate a Fire Blast, so yeah, and luckily I do kill this Mega Charizard wise with a Braver, so it's really hilarious when I fight people that underestimate Crobat. Crobat is just way too good. So out comes the Aggron. Don't want to get hit by any rock attacks. I have to switch out. Does give him a free turn to set up hazards or whatnot, so at least I can drop his attack, so that's pretty sweet. So he's gonna go for the Automatize, so he's actually not supporting Aggron. It's just a straight up sweeper, and it has Automatize. Really funny. Turns out he has Taunt, but I reset up my Stealth Rock, so actually I know I didn't. I'm sorry, I haven't set up, so yeah. His Taunt works really well. With Automatize, he is able to speed me. He's gonna go for the Head Smash, gonna do crap ton, even though I did drop his attack. And I went for the Earthquake, and I totally forgot this Aggron was floating air balloon, so big derp on my part. So yeah, he's gonna go for another Iron Head, so he can potentially flinch me now because he is faster than me, and of course he does get that flinch, so maybe this Aggron's holding a King's Rock too. That would be just way too hacked. So Taunt wears off. He's gonna go for a Taunt again. He doesn't want to play any games. He's gonna go for, so I can't use Stealth Rocks, and I knew he's gonna go for the, Taunt again. So I need to break his balloon, so I'm gonna have to go for the U-turn instead of Earthquake. So I'm gonna get the hell out of here because I don't want to keep getting Iron Headed. So I'm gonna go into Gyarados yet again because not only does it eat up his Iron Head, it'll drop his attack too, so I'm kind of fearing the rock type, so I have to Mega Evolve right now, so I'm not a flying type anymore. And kind of expecting like a rock move, but I am Mega Gyarados invested in physical defense, so I will eat up any attacks really well. He does go for the Head Smash, and luckily I eat it very well, and I go straight for the rest. Great opportunity for me to go for a rest. So yeah, this Aggron is at -2, so he probably needs to just get the fuck out of here. He probably doesn't want to get scalded, so that's exactly what he does. So luckily this Aggron does not sweep my team. He's gonna go into his Milotic, so it's water versus water. Not sure what this Milotic can really do. Can Milotic learn Energy Ball? I can't really remember, but if it can, I'm kind of in a big trouble here, so go for a Sleep Talk, and luckily I do land that Scald. It's obviously not super effective. It's obviously not very effective, but I do manage to get that burn, so that's pretty freaking sweet. So now I'm not sure if this Milotic has competitive or Marvel Scale, because if it has Marvel Scale, you know, it's burned. His defenses are boosted, so that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, whatever. I know also that Milotic might carry Recover, but you know, residual damage is always good. So I do get Scald yet again, so I'm at my second Scald, and now I'm he has no choice but to withdraw. So because he can't really do anything to me, and naturally I do have rest, so he's gonna go into Drapion. Not really sure why. I'm gonna go for my payback because you know it does a lot to that Milotic, but luckily for him he switched out just in time. So pretty sure this is like a defensive Drapion. He's gonna go for Protect, so really rare to see Protect on Drapion, but it turns out really well, I guess, because he does have that Black Sludge, but I mean, obviously he already knows I'm just gonna go for a Scald, so he's gonna go straight for the Cross Poison, so he's not playing any games here, so not sure what this Drapion is. I'm not sure if it's like a utility Drapion or just an all-out attacker. Really strange to see Cross Poison and Protect, so usually they, you know, run Poison Jab, but I guess Cross Poison comes in handy, especially with that Sniper ability. So yeah, but yeah, this Drapion obviously is not going to do anything to me. Gonna keep going for the unnecessary Protect, which is fine, honestly. And I knew that, so I decided to go for the rest. I'm sitting at a very comfortable range, but you know, I just thought like, hey, if he's gonna go for a Protect, why the hell not just, you know, go for a rest, so I don't have to, you know, waste my attacking moves. So now I'm forced to use Sleep Talk, and now he reveals he has Toxic Spikes, which again really doesn't you know, matter too much, I guess. So I go for the Sleep Talk, and I get the Scald. So finally I get that Scald and land it. Does a decent amount, but of course I don't get that burn. Can't always get burned, so that's alright. It's pretty fortunate I got burned already on that Milotic, so he's gonna keep going for Cross Poison, so I'm not really sure what he's doing, honestly, because I'm just gonna keep, you know, eating up his attacks. So go for a Sleep Talk, and luckily I get an attacking move, but luckily this payback was enough to kill, so that's pretty freaking sweet. So I guess this Drapion at least set up one layer of Toxic Spikes. Not sure why he only set up one layer. He had, you know, way too many opportunities to set up multiple layers, so turns out, I guess, I go for a Scald and I burn this, yeah. And luckily, I do get that burn, so it's pretty sweet, but it doesn't matter because this Swampert does have that Toxic, so which is really funny. Don't really see Toxic on Swampert too much, but it's not too rare either, so after getting that burn on that Swampert, you know, pretty much sealed the fate of this Swampert. Pretty sure this Swampert does not have the Hammer Arm either, because if he did, I'm pretty sure he would have used it on my Dark-type Mega Gyarados, so went for my payback, hoping that it was actually stronger than Scald, but judging from that range, Scald is probably actually more. And did you guys see how little that Waterfall did to my Mega Gyarados? It actually literally just did like, what, like 3 HP? So that's pretty freaking sweet, so yeah. This poison isn't looking too good, but at least I still have that rest. So he's sitting in a pickle. He has to switch out, or you know, he could have just let his Swampert die. Honestly, Swampert is pretty much useless. I mean, he can still Toxic my whole team, but he needs to find a way to get rid of this Mega Gyarados, man. Like, Mega Gyarados is just too problematic for his whole team. He has nothing really against it anymore. So here, he can go for the rest. I mean, not the rest, recover. I'm the one that has rest, so now he's back at pretty full HP, which is kind of a bummer. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna go for my rest too, because toxic damage is gonna do too stupidly much in this turn. So I need to rest ASAP and heal my toxic. So I'm back to being a sleeping lobster, and he's going to go for a Scald here instead of any other attack. I can see why, because he wants to fish for that burn, but you know, I did go for that rest, so yeah. Luckily this Milotic does not have the Dragon Tail, so I'm still staying in. So I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna go for a sleep talk, and just pray I don't go for rest. And luckily I don't go for rest, I go straight for the payback. He's gonna do not too much. He's gonna go for a Miracle, which is really hilarious because yeah, if I had went for the Scald, that Miracle would have done a little bit more to me, but luckily I was able to go for the payback. He's gonna keep using Recover, which is fine, honestly. I'm gonna wake up, and I guess I miscounted here. I just went for a Sleep Talk. I had a big derp moment here, so when my battles get too long, I usually kind of just forget about these things and just go for Sleep Talk. So he's gonna keep using Miracle. You know, at this point, I'm not scalding you anytime soon, so why would I scald you? I can use payback, right? So, and you're already burned, so gonna go for another scald, but yeah, I'm not gonna get burned, so this payback will do, you know, an alright amount. And with that burn, it actually takes out this Milotic, so I'm so glad my opponent did not go for an early recover, so I was able to take out this annoying ass Milotic. But we already know who's the annoying one here. It's this stupid, yet really powerful and useful Mega Gyarados. So he's gonna go for another Toxic. You know, I guess that's his best bet, but unfortunately for him, he does miss. But it doesn't really matter since I still have so many rest. So gonna finish up this Swampert, not even Mega Swampert, just regular Swampert with Scald. So I'm not sure if the regular Gyarados can beat Mega Swampert, right? Mega Swampert is just way too good. So now he's gonna go for his Aggron, and this Aggron would be way too fucking much. So I have to land a burn, or I'm gonna die, or I simply kill it. But of course I don't kill it because I have no investment in special attack. So you know, I thought like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna save my Mega Gyarados just for later. I'm gonna drop his attack with Landorus. I still have my Landorus chilling back, so I saw, you know, why the hell not? He misses his head smash, but it doesn't matter really because I would have lived it, and you know, pretty much kill this Landorus with an Earthquake. So kudos and props to my opponent for staying towards the very end. You don't really see that too often, so that's pretty freaking sweet. So there you have it. Thank you, Cesar, for bringing such an excellent team. You know, really tough, really annoying to fight off that Milotic, but yeah, luckily I was able to. And thank you, viewers, for watching such an excellent Wi-Fi battle. If you guys like this Wi-Fi battle, please leave that awesome like, make sure to comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.